Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. My name is Ellen, and today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. So let's begin with question number one. What invention did Hungarian Amos Jedlik create in 1827 that's considered a precursor to the electric motor? Battery, dynamo, or steam engine? Dynamo. Who is credited with inventing the first mechanical computer in the 19th century? Blaise Pascal, Charles Babbage, or Herman Hollerith? Charles Babbage. Who composed the Gymnopédies, a set of piano pieces that broke away from traditional 19th century Romanticism? Claude Debussy or Franz Liszt? Franz Liszt. In the world of literature, who wrote the dystopian novel We that inspired George Orwell's 1984? Aldous Huxley, Ray Bradbury, or Yevgeny Zamyatin? Yevgeny Zamyatin. Which scientist is known for formulating the laws of planetary motion in the early 17th century? Isaac Newton, Galileo Galilei, or Johannes Kepler? Johannes Kepler. What ancient civilization is credited with the creation of the first known map? No multiple choice here. The Babylonians. Who is considered the father of modern taxonomy? Gregor Mendel, Charles Darwin, or Carl Linnaeus? Carl Linnaeus. What was the original purpose of the Great Wall of China? To mark territorial boundaries, to protect against invasions, or for trade regulation? To protect against invasions. Who invented the movable type printing press in Europe? Marco Polo, Leonardo da Vinci, or Johannes Gutenberg? Johannes Gutenberg. What mathematician introduced the concept of zero as a number in its own right? Euclid, Pythagoras, or Brahmagupta? Brahmagupta. In the field of psychology, who is known for the theory of collective unconscious? Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, or B.F. Skinner? Carl Jung. Which Frenchman is considered the father of modern gastronomy? Auguste Escoffier. Which bird species is known for having the longest annual migration, traveling from the Arctic to Antarctica? Albatross, Arctic tern, or Canadian goose? Arctic tern. What plant is known as the living fossil, unchanged for over 270 million years? The sequoia, the ginkgo biloba, or the Wollemi pine? The ginkgo biloba. What phenomena causes the northern lights, also known as aurora borealis? No multiple choice here. Solar wind particles colliding with the Earth's atmosphere. In the animal kingdom, which mammal is known for having the highest blood pressure? The elephant, the giraffe, or the blue whale? The giraffe. Which country has the most volcanoes, active and dormant combined? Japan or Indonesia? Indonesia. What is the term for a plant that lives for more than 2 years, typically flowering each year after the first? Annual, perennial, or biennial? Perennial. Who was the pioneering environmentalist that founded the Sierra Club in 1892? John Muir, Rachel Carson, or Henry David Thoreau? John Muir. In which country can you find the natural thermal springs called the Pamukkale? Iceland, Japan, or Turkey? Turkey. What is the only continent on Earth where giraffes live in the wild? Australia, South America, or Africa? Africa. What is the scientific name for the process by which leaves change color in the fall? Senescence, deciduousness, or chromatophorism? Senescence. Who is known for developing the theory of continental drift in the early 20th century? Charles Darwin, Isaac Newton, or Alfred Wegener? Alfred Wegener. What is the primary diet of the giant panda bear? Berries, fish, or bamboo? Bamboo. In which ocean is the Bermuda Triangle located? The Pacific, the Atlantic, or the Indian? The Atlantic Ocean. Question 26. What desert is the largest hot desert in the world? Sahara, Arabian, or Kalahari? The Sahara Desert. What type of animal is a Portuguese man-o'-war often mistaken for a jellyfish? Siphonophore, Cnidarian, or Medusa? Siphonophore. Which country is the largest island in the world, Greenland, a part of? No multiple choice here. Denmark. What is the scientific term for the study of mushrooms? Botany, fungology, or mycology? Mycology. In geography, what is an isthmus? No multiple choice. A narrow strip of land connecting two larger land areas. What species of fish is known to have a strong enough bite to crack open clamshells? Shark, parrotfish, or piranha? Parrotfish. Which oceanic current has a major impact on the climate of Western Europe? No multiple choice here. The Gulf Stream. What bird has the largest wingspan of any living bird species? The California condor, the bald eagle, or the wandering albatross? Wandering albatross. What is the term for a group of islands such as the Bahamas? Atoll, archipelago, or peninsula? Archipelago. In what natural habitat would you find a mangrove forest? Desert oasis, coastal tropical and subtropical regions, or mountainous regions? Coastal, tropical, and subtropical regions. Who first proposed the law of natural selection as a mechanism of evolution? Gregor Mendel, Charles Darwin, or Alfred Russel Wallace? Charles Darwin. What is the name of the tallest tree species in the world found in California? The giant sequoia, the Douglas fir, or the coast redwood? The coast redwood. What was the Silk Road and why was it important to ancient trade? A specific trade route for silk only, a network connecting east and west, or a medieval maritime trade route? A network connecting east and west. Who composed the opera Carmen? Giacomo Puccini, Richard Wagner, or Georges Bizet? Georges Bizet. In which modern country was the ancient Sumerian civilization located? Iran, Iraq, or Egypt? Iraq. Question 41. What breakthrough medical device did René Laennec invent in 1816? The thermometer or the stethoscope? The stethoscope. Which early 20th century artist is known for pioneering the technique of papier-collé in their artwork? Vincent van Gogh, Pablo Picasso, or Salvador Dali? Pablo Picasso. What was the primary purpose of the Antikythera mechanism? To calculate distances for maritime navigation, to predict astronomical positions, or to serve as a timekeeping device? To predict astronomical positions. What major engineering project connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea? The Suez Canal, the Panama Canal, or the Grand Canal of China? The Suez Canal. In literature, who is the author of The Master and Margarita? Fyodor Dostoevsky, Mikhail Bulgakov, or Leo Tolstoy? Mikhail Bulgakov. What discovery is Rosalind Franklin known for? The double helix model of DNA, X-ray diffraction images of DNA, or the base pairing rules? X-ray diffraction images of DNA. Who invented the syringe with a needle fine enough for intravenous use in 1853? James Young Simpson, Alexander Wood, or Joseph Lister? James Young Simpson. Who was the Roman emperor during the time of Pompey's destruction in 79 AD? Titus, Augustus, or Nero? Titus. What ancient text written by an Indian mathematician laid the foundations for algebra? Aryabhatiya, The Elements, or Brahmasputta Siddhanta? Excuse my Indian. The last one is the answer. Question 50. What type of biome is characterized by large expanses of grasslands with sparse tree coverage commonly found in Africa? Desert, rainforest, or savanna? Savanna. What is ornithology? The study of birds, the study of insects, or the study of mammals? The study of birds. What phenomenon describes the effect of ocean water warming? Coral bleaching, acid rain, or global warming? Coral bleaching. Which insect is responsible for pollinating the world's crops, making it crucial for global food production? Butterflies, bees, or ants? Bees. What is the capital city of Iceland? Helsinki, Reykjavik, or Oslo? Reykjavik. Which country is renowned for its fjords? No multiple choice here. Norway. What is the primary component of the Earth's atmosphere? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, or nitrogen? Nitrogen. Which Asian country is divided into two distinct regions by the Ural Mountains? China, Russia, or Mongolia? Russia. In botany, what is the term for the loss of water vapor from parts of plants? Photosynthesis, transpiration, or respiration? Transpiration. What is the name of the scale used to measure the hardness of minerals? Mohs scale, Richter scale, or Beaufort scale? Mohs scale. Who was the first woman to travel into space? Valentina Tereshkova, Sally Ride, or Mae Jemison? Valentina Tereshkova. What rare natural event is predicted by the passage of Halley's Comet? Its visible return every 76 years, a solar eclipse, or a lunar eclipse? A solar eclipse. What is the term for a young swan? Cygnet, fledgling, or calf? A cygnet. Which fruit is known as a drupe? Apple, peach, or banana? A peach. In which habitat would you typically find a cactus naturally growing? Desert, tropical rainforest, or tundra? A desert. What natural resource is primarily extracted in the North Sea, significant to the economies of Norway and the UK? Oil. What is the scientific name for the kneecap? Tibia, patella, or femur? Patella. Which sea is known as the world's largest inland body of water, bordered by several Central Asian nations? The Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, or the Aral Sea? The Caspian Sea. What plant defense mechanism involves mimicking the appearance of another species to avoid predation? Camouflage, mimicry, or thorns? Mimicry. What is the term for the layer of the Earth's atmosphere where most weather phenomena occur? Stratosphere, troposphere, or mesosphere? Troposphere. In genetics, what term describes the observable characteristics or traits of an organism? Genotype, phenotype, or allele? Phenotype. What ancient civilization first developed the concept of democracy? Egypt, Rome, or Greece? Greece. What species of bear is considered the largest land predator? Grizzly, polar, or black? Polar bear. Which Roman emperor famously made his horse a senator? Caligula, Augustus, or Nero? Caligula. In which modern country was the ancient city of Troy located? Greece, Turkey, or Italy? Turkey. What is the phenomena where water turns directly into vapor without becoming liquid first? Sublimation, condensation, or precipitation? Sublimation. Which bird is known for building elaborate nests, sometimes using tools and even decorative objects. Sparrow, bowerbird, or eagle. Bowerbird. What term describes the bending of light rays as they pass through different mediums, such as air to water? Diffraction, reflection, or refraction? Refraction. In marine biology, what name is given to the bioluminescent zone of the ocean where sunlight cannot penetrate? The twilight zone, the abyssal zone, or the hadal zone? The twilight zone. Which organ in the human body is responsible for producing insulin? The liver, the pancreas, or the kidney? The pancreas. What geological era is known for the explosion of life forms and diversity occurring about 541 million years ago? Jurassic, Cambrian, or Precambrian? Cambrian. What is the study of the structure and composition of the universe called? Astrology, cosmology, or meteorology? Cosmology. Which naturalist is credited with developing the concept of survival of the fittest alongside Charles Darwin? Gregor Mendel, Alfred Russel Wallace, or Carl Linnaeus? Alfred Russel Wallace. What is a term for a network of interconnected food chains in an ecosystem? Food pyramid, food web, or biomass chain? Food web. Which continent is the native habitat of the kangaroo? Australia, Africa, or South America? Australia. In what type of climate would you find a permafrost, a layer of permanently frozen ground? Desert, tropical, or Arctic? Arctic. What is the term used to describe a lunar eclipse when the moon passes directly behind Earth into its shadow? Solar eclipse or total lunar eclipse? A total lunar eclipse. Who developed the periodic table of elements in the 19th century? No multiple choice here. Dmitri Mendeleev. Who is known as the father of modern observational astronomy? Johannes Kepler, Galileo Galilei, or Isaac Newton? Galileo Galilei. What is the term for plants that shed their leaves annually, especially in autumn? Evergreen, deciduous, or coniferous? Deciduous. Question 90. In what region of the world is the Patagonia Desert located? North America, Africa, or South America? South America. What is the main diet of a carnivorous plant? Small mammals, insects, or other plants? Insects. What gas is the primary component of the planet Jupiter's atmosphere? Hydrogen, oxygen, or carbon dioxide? Hydrogen. What term describes the maximum distance at which stars remain visible on a clear night? Light pollution level, limiting magnitude, or absolute brightness? Limiting magnitude. What is the term for a young eagle? A chick, an eaglet, or a fledgling? An eaglet. Which process describes the movement of continents over the Earth's surface over geological time? Continental drift, plate tectonics, or erosion? Plate tectonics. Who was the ancient Greek god of medicine and healing? Apollo, Asclepius, or Hermes? Asclepius. What is the name of the largest moon of Saturn, known for its dense atmosphere? Europa, Titan, or Ganymede? Titan. What is the term, excuse me, for the art and science of map making? No multiple choice here. Cartography. In botany, what term describes the opening and closing mechanism of stomata in plant leaves? Stomatal movement. And our last question. Which bird species is known for its remarkable long-distance non-stop flight over the Pacific Ocean? No multiple choice here. The bar-tailed godwit. Bonus question, what is the primary source of energy for the Earth's climate system? Let us know the answer in the comments, as well as your score. Thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you next time. Bye-bye.